Hi, it's Alaska Granny. I've been to the Dollar Tree and I stocked up on some food and supplies for my emergency needs. The first thing I got was some food for my bug out bag, or the grab and go type foods that you need in an emergency. When I look for foods for food storage, I try to find ones that have at least a 2-year shelf life. It would be nice if they were 3 to 5 years, but that's not always possible. So always read the date on the best by, use by, sell by date. It's not necessarily the expiration date, but that's when the manufacturer guarantees that the food will be its top quality, taste the best, and be the most nutritious. First, I bought some nut and fruit packs. They have almost a 2-year shelf life and they're very sturdy packaging. They're by Imperial Nuts. There's a protein blend and one that's an energy blend. The energy has almonds, pecans, walnuts, honey roasted peanuts, and honey roasted sesame sticks. And the protein blend has peanuts, black raisins, almonds, pepitas, cashews, and dried cherries. If you look at the nutritional facts, it says these are 3 servings per container, and the serving size is about 1/4 of a cup. So if there's 150 or 140 calories per serving, then that would be times 3 to about 450 calories per package. So that's a lot of dense nutrition for a small package. I like that they're loaded with protein. They're not very high in salt. They have a long shelf life. They're packaged nicely and would be so easy to add to your bug out bag or just to keep a stockpile in your pantry for grab and go meals on the go. Next, I bought some Bumblebee lemon and pepper tuna. These are nice heavy duty foil type packets. The sell by date is nearly 2 years out, and these come with a little spoon included in them. Lots of those little pouches you're just stuck with unless you have something. You've got to dig around with your fingers or try to dump it into your mouth. But this comes with a little spoon, which I'm sure is extra handy if you're out and about and you don't have that. These are also a great way to keep food in your bug out bag because it's grab and go nutrition. Just open and eat it. Each pack has 70 calories. The next item I got for my bug out bag is these Yoo-Hoo chocolate milk drinks. They're shelf stable. The sell by date is approximately 1 year, and they're a nice change up from just having water or things that you need to add to water as a drink and to stay hydrated with your bug out bag emergency food. These are also a nice thing to have in your pantry. You can grab one and go, stick it in your lunchbox, head out the door with a few snacks if you don't have time to have breakfast, or if the power goes out. All of these are great foods you can just open and eat. You don't need to cook. In addition to foods for my bug out bag, I also bought some pantry foods at the Dollar Tree. One of the things that I found I've never tried before is the Loretta pasta salad. This is creamy Parmesan. It's supposed to be similar to Suddenly Salad, which they had Suddenly Salad, but if you compare the size of the boxes, seriously, it's just basically some pasta noodles and a little sprinkle of seasoning inside. So I, of course, went for the larger box. You do need to add mayonnaise to this after you cook it. To make the pasta salad a more filling meal, I bought a can of the premium white meat chicken that is really very good, and it's hard to beat when it's only $1 at the Dollar Tree. Next, I found a Progresso Zesty Southwestern style vegetable soup. I like a lot of the Progresso soups, but I never tried this one before, so I only bought one. Since it's vegetables and broth, it doesn't have very many calories. It has 2 servings of only 60 calories. So a soup like this isn't going to be nearly as dense, filling, and a complete meal like some of the thick, chunkier soups. So to go with the Zesty Southwestern style vegetable soup, I picked up a package of yellow rice. And I also chose a can of chicken so that I could serve all 3 of those things together and make a nice hearty meal. When you're shopping for food storage, think of things as a whole meal. Don't just choose individual items because sometimes it's hard then to figure out what to do with it once you get it at home. I picked up a bottle of the Barilla pasta sauce. I like them in the bottles. I think they're tastier than the ones in cans, but if you live in earthquake country or you don't put these in a dark place, this might not be the best way for you to store it. I think these taste better. Most of them had more ounces per package than some of the other brands that were available. They had lots of different shapes of pasta. I chose the penne because that's my favorite. They basically have the same number of servings and calories per bag, so it's the same price, but the different shapes do tend to store differently than something like a flat, straight noodle like spaghetti, where you can store a whole bunch of it in one container, and this is going to take up more room simply because this shape is surrounding pockets of air. An item I thought was a great bargain was the Hamburger Helper Lasagna. This one is a twin pack, and usually these are like a couple dollars for each one, and this whole package was $1. I don't usually buy Hamburger Helper, but at $1 for a double pack, it's hard to go wrong. You need to add the ground beef, some hot water, and a little bit of milk, and then you've got an entire meal. It's a great pantry food to have on hand for all kinds of quick meals and long-lasting food storage. I bought a pack of the potato gnocchi. These are really delicious. I have made a few videos about how to cook these if you're interested in them. I'll put a link to one of those. These are very handy, they're delicious, they're easy to prepare, and they're tasty, and they're a real change from just having pasta or rice because they're made out of potatoes. I bought a bottle of white vinegar. This is great for all kinds of things. And the bottles of the vinegar at the Dollar Tree are super sturdy, so I like to stock up on them from there. It's a handy size and a sturdy container, so I like to stockpile those. I also bought a can of Imperial Classic Luncheon Loaf. There's people in my family who think Spam is one of the greatest foods on earth, so I'm going to try this on them and see if they like it. I don't really care for Spam, but if other people in my family are happy to have this, it's a great way to stockpile meat that somebody will eat. But just do like I did. I bought one can to try it, and if no one likes it, I'm not buying it ever again. And then I have another can of chicken because the chicken is just really good. So I bought 3 cans of chicken because it's a simple way to add protein to all kinds of different meals that you're preparing. So when you do go and stock up on food storage, just get one if you're not sure what it is. Take it home and try it. Then if you do like it, go back and get more. Try to think of things as far as meals. Buy things that you can make a meal out of. Think of what is for breakfast, what's for lunch, what's for dinner, and then also plan for some snacks. And that way you're going to have a wide variety. You're going to have a pantry that's useful to you, and it's going to be a lot handier for you to rotate and use those things, and they won't go to waste. I also stocked up on a few other things that are great for first aid, for just having around the house, and things that I really like having. So the first thing I found were some of the cover-ups. They are in the kitchen department, and they're designed like shower caps, and they go over a bowl or a plate. I also like these because I travel a lot, and I use these in my suitcase to cover up my shoes. So I was glad to find these because the last few times I've been able to go to a Dollar Tree, these were not available. What I also would have stockpiled were sandwich size Ziploc bags, but they were completely out. I've not been able to find any of those for the last few times I've been to Dollar Trees. I bought a little first aid kit because it's a nice way to start a first aid kit. You can add things to it. This one comes complete with all kinds of different Band-Aids, alcohol swabs. There's 21 items in here, so it's always nice to have an extra bunch of Band-Aids and assorted first aid items. You just can't go wrong having too many things. Something like this can go in your pocket, in your suitcase, in your bug-out bag, in your car, and Band-Aids don't last forever. If you have them in the extreme cold or the extreme heat, they tend to lose their stickiness, and so it's good to keep replacing them, even if you're not using them. An item I thought was really fun was the Curad Camo Band-Aids. They're flexible fabric. There's 25 of them, and this is a really good deal, and I have a couple little boys that I know are going to love having some camo Band-Aids. For my first aid, I also found this little plastic bottle, which is different than ones I've ever seen before. It has a flip-up top, and then it has like a, you can press down. So if you filled this with, say, alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, nail polish remover, which wouldn't be for first aid, but witch hazel, some kind of astringent, all those kind of things you could put in here. Then you could dab your cotton round or cotton ball and you press down and it's going to pump a little bit out onto your cotton ball or your cotton round. It's going to be a handy way to have a small amount of some of those first aid or beauty items, so I'm looking forward to seeing if this will really work and last and if it's going to leak. It seems like it's going to be pretty sturdy and I might need to take this on my travels. I found Paracord bracelets at the Dollar Tree, only $1. I've never seen them at the Dollar Tree before. These have the little insignia for breast cancer. They're pink, which is my favorite color, and so how can you go wrong with that? Anytime you can have some paracord along, take it. Even if it's as a fashion accessory, clip it onto your suitcase, drop one in your bug out bag, clip it onto your backpack. There's always a way to have a little bit more of things that you might really need in an emergency. Hopefully it's a nice quality paracord in case you really need this in an emergency. I found a little tiny container of petroleum jelly. This is the perfect size to put in your bug out bag, your travel kit, in your first aid kit. And so I know it's like a ridiculous price to pay $1 for this when you can get a giant one, but sometimes the convenience of a little sturdy container is worth the extra $1. So I'm going to put this in one of my little kits. A surprise that I found was an LED camping lantern or emergency lantern. It takes 3 batteries and I'm going to do a separate review on this. So stay tuned for the upcoming video. Is the Dollar Tree camping or emergency lantern worth it? And the final item I bought is a pair of the white Betty Crocker scissors. These are just too great to pass up. If you need an extra pair of scissors, get one of these. They also have a metal jar like opener here that you can grip on things and twist them open. And these are way sturdier than the black ones, and so it's always nice to have extra scissors, and at only $1 a pair. I have several of these and I just thought I need one more. I know another place that I want to have an extra pair of scissors because I use them all the time. So these are the items that I got at the Dollar Tree. I got some things for my bug out bag. I got some foods for my pantry. I got some kitchen supplies, some travel goods, and some emergency supplies. It doesn't cost that much to go to the Dollar Tree, but make sure you're only spending money on things that you actually need. Sometimes I'll go around and I'll fill up the cart, but then I'll go back and I'll think, what can I put back? Do I really need this or that? And you can save a few dollars reviewing your items before you check out so that we don't go overboard, which can be easy to do when it's only $1 each at the Dollar Tree. I hope if you enjoyed my video, you'll share it with someone else who might like it. You can learn more at alaskagranny.com, and I hope you'll subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.